Alright, got another video for you guys. Today we're going to be working with tweens, moving towards the goal of creating a health bar, but I thought that it would be useful to show you guys how tweens work, and we're gonna make a lesson. We're gonna do a lesson on tweens. Alright, so what are tweens? I have a gold coin here. Here's the code that's on the gold coin. If I push this button's really just button 1 and 2 on my keyboard. So if I push 1 or 2 on my keyboard, then the coin moves, it changes position. It moves to this position, which is, I call this the right position. And then if I push 2, it moves to the left position. So I'll go ahead and play this scene right here. And you can see if I push 1 or 2, my coin jumps from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, and it kind of just appears from one spot to the other. It doesn't move, it just warps from this spot to that spot. What a tween does is it will move the coin from the starting spot to the ending spot. However, it doesn't just pop it into place. It will move it from one side to the other. It'll interpret where the coin should be with some added properties. In Schoology, I gave you guys access to this scene. Here's an example of how the tweens will work. There are two properties that you need to use. Actually, there's several properties, but two main ones. Transitions and easings. All of these asteroids are set to do the exact same thing that coin just did in 1 second. So it should take 1 second for this asteroid to get from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. So if I click go, you'll see that the asteroid travels from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, just like that coin that I made, except for it's taking 1 second to get there. Now, where the cool part of this happens is in these different transitions. Right now we're using transition sign, easing in. I'm going to go ahead and switch this. Let's do, I don't know, quart. Let's try quart. Let's see what quart looks like. I don't really remember what all of these look like, so here we go. Let's see what quart looks like. Alright, you may not immediately be able to tell what is happening. It's moving the asteroid in 1 second, except for it's choosing when it moves it. So maybe it moves it a little here, and then as time goes on, it starts to move it faster. Now this is the easing in. I'm going to put one on ease out so you can see what the difference would be. So the movement takes place very quickly on the start for the one that says ease out, and it takes place really quick at the end on the easing in. So it gets there, but all of the asteroids will get to the very end, that value 1000, at the exact same time. I don't know if you can see that, but they are absolutely reaching 1000 at the exact same time. The value of 1000, that's their position, so if you grabbed it and moved it, the value changes. I didn't make it do that, but hey. Alright, so then you have, that's ease in, ease out. Now we have ease in and out, and ease out and in. So let's see what it looks like. So you can get several different effects. There's lots of different effects that you can get from manipulating these properties. The reason why I created this program was so I could look and see what was going to happen without having to program a whole bunch of different ones. Bounce is fun. Let's take a look at the bounce ones. And now it's on all four, so ease in and out, etc. So the bounce property. Sometimes it can get confusing. Let me add some more time to this, so I'll put 3 seconds. With more time, you can kind of tell that they all do actually get there at the same time. But this is what tweens are, and this is how they work. They're useful to help make I don't know, they make your game look more interesting and not so boring. Like the coin warping from one side of the screen to the other isn't as great as if it would slowly transition there. And it can be, you can add these transitions fairly easily. So let's go ahead and work on adding these transitions. I'm going to give you guys this snippet code on Schoology so you can copy and paste it, and so you can go from there. Basically what I want you guys to do is create a coin. I would definitely create a new coin. My coin is the gold coin animated sprite, and I attached this script to it, which I'm going to give to you in Schoology as well so you can copy paste it. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. First thing we're going to want to do is we need to add a tween to our coin. I have this coin in the test world, so you know. This coin is in the test world, like with my tree and my coins and my character. Alright, so I'm going to add a tween to this. I'll click on this animated sprite. I'll press the plus sign, and you're looking for tween right there. Create. Now I'm going to go into the script of my coin. Let me save this code right quick. Okay. Sorry, I saved this. I had to save that. Okay, anyway. We're going to get access to this tween right here. So I'll say on ready var tween. I'm going to say tween mover or something. So this tween does moving. Now I need access to this node. So I'll say get node. And the node that I want is that tween. Grabs the tween for later use. Okay, so right here we're moving from one position to the other. Now one thing about these tweens is they have a lot of things you have to fill in, so be patient with me here. So we want this tween. So I'm going to grab this tween, which is right there, tween mover. So I'll say tween mover dot interpolate property. What that means is it's going to interpret the property of movement, or whichever property you choose. Not only can your tweens do movement, they can do color, size, they can do rotation, they can do all kinds of stuff. Alright, so what object is it that I want to interpret? And that would be my self, or the self. That's, I guess I should label this up here. This is the gold coin. Alright, so we're interpreting the property on our self, comma. The next thing, you see I'm reading this right here. So the first thing was, what object are we tweening? We want to tween ourself because it's the coin. What property we want to tween? Well, we want to tween position. So this needs to be written as a string. So I'm going to say position. That's the same as right here what I was changing. Position. What is the initial value? So where is the, what do you want to move it from? Alright, so I'm just going to use wherever the position is right then. So I'll say self dot position. And where is its final destination? So this one that I'm programming is from the right to the left. So I want it to change the position to this vector, that vector 50, 150. Really, I could put both these in here. I could say from this, but maybe I should do that. Maybe I should say from this position. Yeah. So this would be from the right to the left. Let me start making some comments here. What moves? Object. Let's do object. And let's do property. Starting position. Ending position. And let's keep going. Starting position, ending position. What's the next? Float. Duration. How long do you want this to take? And I'm just going to do 1 second for now. So up here I'll write duration. Like I said, you have to be patient with me. All right, now these are those two properties I was showing you in that little scene I made. I'm going to do elastic. Elastic like bounces back and forth a little bit. So let's do elastic. And then the next thing would be, do you want easing in or out? I'll just do ease in for this one. All right, so there is my properties. Basically, I've loaded up all the properties of how I want this tween to act. What do I want it to do? Now, just loading the properties doesn't actually tell it to play. In order to actually play the properties, you just need to say tween mover and then dot start, and that will actually play the property. If you don't put this start, then this will never take place. You'll have just loaded the scene, or you'll just have loaded all of these magical things and never actually played it. I'm going to call this one transition, and I'll call this one easing. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing for for the warp to the left. So I'll just grab all of this stuff and paste it right here. And the difference between these two are going to be the starting position and ending position. I'm going to switch those two. So let me move this. So I'll cut this and I'll put it here. So all I've done is switch the starting and ending positions. Alright, let's take a look and see what this looks like. So I'll save that and I'll go to my test world here. Now I'll press 2. Ooh, it looks like I have the numbers backwards, but you can kind of see that it moves from one to the other. Looks like I got my two positions are backwards. Maybe I should flip them. That, or I could switch these two. Let's do... Yeah, this will be better. Cut. Paste. Paste. I just switched the two. I'm sure that's going to cause problems, but hey, maybe you guys will get a better understanding. Okay, so 2, it moves to the other side, but it doesn't just appear there. It kind of moves, you know, in a different way. All right, so I could also change from tween elastic. I could choose a different one to see what it would look like. Let's do sign. I actually do like sign. I think that one's more, it's just like a standard movement over time. Let's do that. So I just switched the transition style. All right, let's take a look at this one. So then it's moving to the other side. Doesn't have all that fancy stuff, but just moves from one to the other. If you push the numbers in the wrong order, like let's say I press 1 again, it's going to immediately appear over here and then move back to the other side. Alright, that is going to be the end of this video. What I want you guys to do is make sure you have a working tween. And have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one.